All right, so it's already 12:15, so let's continue now. Let's read this stuff. The general purpose registers. Okay, so can I ask you guys if you guys are already ready? Just give me a quick thumbs up. So let me know that you guys are ready and in front of your computers. Just two, just three. What about the others? Well, anyway, so our meeting is recorded anyway, so they can just watch the video, whatever they will miss. So for the general purpose registers, we have four for this one. So we have A, B, C, and D. So AX, BX, CX, and then DX. And then all of them are 32-bit. So again, you can use them as storage, but they have their own advantages and disadvantages, just like what I mentioned a while ago. So for the AX, this is the accumulator. Okay, so it is of 16 bits and is divided into two 8-bit registers, which is the AH and then AL. Okay, so comprising one 32-bit as the EAX. Okay, so it is generally used for arithmetical and logical instructions. So take note, AX is best in arithmetical and logical instructions. For the BX, the same. We have a 32-bit, okay, EBX. So it's 16 bits. This is divided into two. We have the BH and then the BL. But for this one, instead of arithmetical and logical, this one is used to store the value of the offset. Okay. So this is the best way for you to, let's see, store a value. Okay, well, you can use EX, but when it comes to storing a value, probably this is the best one when it comes to storing a certain value, BX. Okay, and then the next one is CX. So same, this is a 32-bit uh, general purpose of register. So this one is, or this one has CH and then CL. Okay, but this one is best in looping. Okay, used in looping and rotation. So if you have a, let's say, a program wherein you're going to use the loopings, and then this is the one that you should use, CX. Okay, and then for the DX, the last one, so same, this is a 32-bit register EDX, and then it has 2-bit registers, which is the BH and then BL. This one is used in multiplication and input or output port addressing. Okay, so see, this is categorized as one. This one right here, EA, EB, EC, and then up to ED. But they have their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so for storing, this one is the best one. For arithmetic and logical operations, we have EX, and then CX is for looping and rotation, and then DX is for, what is that one again? Multiplication, an input multiplication to be an input or output port addressing. All right. So when it comes to 8-bit, 8-bit, or the two types of AX, BX, CX, DX, so just for the first one, it's ending with or followed by H. So we have AH, BH, CH, and then DH. For the second one, it's followed by L. Okay, we have AL, BL, CL, and then DL. So with that, you can easily memorize already the two types of EEX up to EBX. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the microcontroller. My bad, microprocessor, by the way. Okay, and then for the last one, okay, aside from registers, we also have the internal CPU interconnection. So these are just buses, okay, or ports or connections. So for data bus, this one carry the data to and from memory, okay, are called data bus. So this is the main keyword for this one. Carry the data going to memory and then going out to the memory. So it's a bidirectional bus. Okay, So if we have a bidirectional bus, we also have a unidirectional, which is the address bus. So this one is, going in only to our CPU. So this is responsible for getting address of a memory location or input output from CPU to memory. My apologies, it's not going to CPU. It's coming from CPU to memory or input output. Okay, so that is for the address bus. And then for the last one, we have the control bus. So it's one carry the signals or the clock signals, wherein again, we only have two possible. So it's either the working one, the ready, okay, and then the other one is interrupt or it's being paused, okay, or maybe it encountered an error, okay. So this is also, of course, bidirectional, okay. So signal that denotes that a device is ready for processing is called ready signal. And then signals that indicates to a device to interrupt its process is called an interrupt signal. Okay, so it's either ready signal only or the interrupt signal. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the module one. So you can just uh, you know check this one out here, since I think Ma'am Suarez just included the instruction under this module, for the task 1.1, but the uh, instruction is already in here. Task 1.1 future generation processor. So let's take a look at this one. Just read the given research work, which is this one, and then write a short summary pointing out the key ideas, like the things that you have learned on that specific paper. So just take note that output must be a composition writing. Okay, so when you say composition writing, so you come up with many parts of that paper and then combining that one into one. Okay, you were able to compose that idea out of that paper. So it's just like simply summarizing that paper. Okay, so again, this is not an option-based statement. So include ideas as many as stated. To submit the file, this is 20 points, but I don't know why it's 15 points. So to make it consistent, I'll just change this one into 20 points. All right. So are we clear so far for the task 1.1 future generation processor? Hello? Hello guys.
Hello, sir.
Kain
Hi,
na kayo?
sir.
Pa ba kayo? Okay. So task 1.1, okay, that's it for the task 1.1. Again, it should be composition writing. All right. And then for the second one, under assessment, not assessment, analysis and application, we have here discuss the following topics. Write it on your notebook. Okay, let me remove this one. Instead of writing on a notebook, okay, hindi na kayo masyado mahirapan. Just use Microsoft Word, okay? Or Microsoft Word na lang para file upload tayo, not like Sentry. Okay. So going back to the 1.3 microcontroller architecture, so discuss the following topics. The first one is the microcontroller architecture and organization. And then the second one is what is the general purpose input? Okay, my bad. General purpose input and output. Okay, not what is general purpose input. Okay, so that one is the GPIO, or what is GPIO? Okay, using programmable interrupt controllers, or the PIC. Okay, so just ask Mr. Google, okay, and then summarize that answer and then put that one in your Microsoft Word. For the third one, so analog to digital and digital to analog conversion using Atmel microcontrollers. Okay, so discuss this topic also from AC to DC. My bad, not AC to DC. From analog to digital and then digital to analog conversion using Atmel. And then for the last one, we have serial communication using Arduino-based microcontrollers. Okay, so yeah, this is a 50 point discussion. or let's just say research break, since you're going to use Google to research for your answers. All right. So are we clear for the 1.3 microcontroller architecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, if ever that you guys have a question, just let me know. And then for the last one, that last activity, I think this is the easiest one. So in your own opinion, okay. So in my case, if I always hear the word opinion, so I'm pretty much comfortable now that I'll be able to perfect the question since it's opinionated. So there is no incorrect answer. So the instructor doesn't have the right to say that this one is incorrect. Okay. Okay, the only time that it will be incorrect is if you're not answering the question properly. Okay, so I think as long as you were able to answer the question, okay, and then your answer is quite convincing, then you will already get a perfect score. So what the characteristics or features of microprocessor that the future designers should focus on? So describe each characteristic or feature. Okay, so this is a text entry box. So just uh, start using the button right here because it's not a file upload, and then type everything. Okay, so just describe. Okay, describe. Yeah, describe each characteristics that you have chosen. Okay, that three characteristics or features. Okay, so are we clear for the quiz 1.1? Okay, again, this is an opinionated question, so you don't need to ask Mr. Google regarding this one. So whatever you guys have learned in our module 1, the characteristics. So what are the characteristics under this? So, yan. 1, 2, 3. Sagutan na yata. Ah, okay. So I think this one is like future designers. Well, when you say future designers, the one that is not yet existing. So this one is already existing, this characteristic of a microprocessor. We have the clock speed, the word size, and then the instruction set. But and we only have three for this one. If you're going to choose three, then that's already it. Those three. Okay. But I think the key point here is the future designers should focus on. So basically, maybe it has more features other than this one, since these are just the important defining characteristics. So maybe we have more. Let me just check. Let me just verify your quiz 1.1. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. These are the three important: the clock speed, the word size, and then instruction set. And that's already it. These are the CPU and the parts of CPU. There are no other. All right. So I don't know what happened here, but the answer is already given. Unless when you say future, maybe it's not yet decided. So meaning you're going to create or you're going to come up with a new feature or characteristic of a certain microprocessor. Mm, anyway, I think I will just delete the quiz 1.1. Or do you guys want to answer this one? However, of course, do not answer clock speed, word size, and then instruction set anymore since it's already given. So it should be something new. What are your inputs regarding with this one, guys? The quiz 1.1. Perhaps I misunderstood this one. Your own opinion. What the characteristics of features of Microsoft that future designers should focus on? Hmm, I don't know. Can we come up with a new feature of a microprocessor? What are your inputs, guys?
Pwede naman po yun, sir, yung gagawa na lang ng ibang feature.
Sure kayo dyan?
50-50, sir. Ako lang po yung palit eh.
What about the others? Kasi hindi ko rin maintindihan yung parang pinipinpoint ni Ma'am Suarez dito eh. Or Ma'am Tere. Hindi ko alam kung sino.
Sir,
So,
parang masyadong broad yung ano, yung
no,
pinapakuha.
kasi when it comes to characteristics, we only have three. And then I also found out that there's actually only three. And it's really three important characteristics of the microprocessor. Clock speed, word size, and then instruction set. Buti sana kung meron pang iba. Parang meron naman kanina dito. Operations small instruction can be. Ito ba yun? Pero ito na yun eh. Yung tatlo. We have arithmetic operations, logical operations, data transfer, input, output, operations control flow. So instructions at the speed. Microcontroller is small, low cost, and self-contained computer on chip can use VMI can utilize 4-bit expression. What yung nabisip ko? Clock speed, instruction set, word size. Tatlo lang naman. Yeah. Alright, anyway, so I've decided to not to include this one anymore as part of your activity. So I will just delete this one now. Or, yeah, wag na lang. Okay. And then, for now, I'll remove this assessment since wala naman nan sa baba. So for now, just answer those three activities. So discussion 1.1, task 1.1, and then my 1.3 microcontroller architecture. So their due dates will be on May 26. Okay. So are we okay with the week 1 and 2?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I guess that's already it for today's meeting. So yeah, it's already 12:35. So I know that most of you are already hungry. So yeah, let's have our lunch now. So goodbye and thank you guys for coming. Let's just meet again next meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye-bye
you, sir.
po.
It will.
Bye, sir.
Happy lunch to everyone.